Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look, it's an absolute pleasure to be here on behalf of the Maiden Resources team, and a big thank you to Pack Partners and Bloomberg for hosting. And so, look, as James mentioned, our flagship project is the Salinas project, which is spodumene lithium in Minas Gerais, Brazil. So that will be the focus of the presentation today. Look, we discovered the resource in 2019, and since then I think we've made great progress. But I'm very much looking forward to giving you an update on key milestones over the next 6 to 12 months. So look, I'll start with the market. And look, I think the two interesting things here for me are one, you can see that from a very nascent beginning, the lithium industry from 2020 at 400,000 tonnes LCE is forecast to grow to about 3 million tonnes, depending on your forecast. The second interesting thing here for me is the key role that spodumene will play. So you can see in 2020 producing about 200,000 tonnes LCE. That needs to grow 4 times in 5 years to 2025. So in my head, look, I really don't think there's a clean energy transition without spodumene. And there's a few reasons for that. Look, so spodumene is proven, so the flow sheet is in existence at the moment, it's working. As a result, it's fast to market. I'll touch on Sigma, but as Sigma Lithium have proven, it can be very cost effective from a capital perspective. And the third point here is that we know with ever-changing changes in cathode chemistries, having optionality around hydroxide and carbonate is very important, and spodumene affords that. So a quick map of South America and a few other projects that we have, including Salinas. The point in showing this is that we have a lot of experience in South America, so I think a core competency. We've been there for over 15 years. And so we think that serves us very well in terms of getting our project into production as quickly as possible. So in Minas Gerais, so this is a state in Brazil, and this is where our project is located. Look, we think this is one of the premier mining jurisdictions globally. And just to that point, there are 300 operating mines there at the moment. In terms of our ambitions of being a sustainable producer, the fact that the grid in Minas Gerais is hydroelectricity backed is excellent for us. You know, extractive industries are very energy intensive, so very good infrastructure for doing what we set out to achieve. Look, as a bit of history, we discovered the Salinas deposit in 2019, and we really only started drilling in earnest in 2022. And so last year, just for reference, we drilled 10,500 metres, and that led to our maiden resource of 13.3 million tonnes at 1.2% lithium. One point that we're very keen to tell the market is that this was very much a first touch. And so just for reference, the drilling program that we have established for this year that's funded is 65,000 metres. We have 8 diamond core drill rigs on site at the moment. And the key milestone for us is a resource upgrade that we are set to release to the market next month, in June 2023. And look, we don't have any numbers yet, but we expect it to be very big. And I'll show you some assays which I guess kind of support what we're seeing, which is very impressive. So look, you have the assay results to the left, and I won't go through those. I think the picture to the right is probably more illustrative in terms of the existing mineralised zone, which is the colourful part to the top right. What we're seeing with the drill out program is that as we move west and southwest, we're seeing that pegmatite swarm continue, and we are seeing this very strong trend in a southwest direction. The key point to mention is that not just continue in terms of pegmatites, we're seeing increased vein width, but also increased grade. And so again, very exciting times for us in terms of the resource upgrade that will come out next month. We think will capture this great progress that we've made with the drill bit. Look, a quick cross section, and look, the important thing on this slide is showing that existing mineralised zone to the right, the colourful bit, that's what underpinned the maiden resource at 13 million tonnes. The part to the left, that's what's going to underpin this resource upgrade. So look, I'm a finance guy, so fairly simple compared, well, in the geology world. You can just see that we're really going to a much bigger scale with this resource upgrade. Look, in terms of further afield, so we will keep drilling beyond the mineral resource update in June and into the next year. The point of it being is that we really want to develop an operation here that's long life, large and low cost. And again, seeing this pegmatite trend in the southwest direction, really looking to step it out. And we do have outcropping pegmatites in the drilling area highlighted. So we think this is going to be a very few exciting years for Maiden Resources. In terms of the MET program, so that we're currently piloting with SGS Lakefield in Canada, which is very exciting because I think this is one of the best labs in the Americas. Initial results have been very attractive, so over 80% recoveries, grades reporting to con of about 7%. We know that these will need to be scaled up, but it's fair to say that today we're seeing very encouraging results. One thing to mention is that the quality of the spodumene that we're seeing is excellent, so low mica, low iron, and really what that affords us is that we feel that we can go straight to DMS processing, which is exactly what Sigma Lithium have done, which means that you miss flotation. And there are a number of benefits there, but key benefits are quicker to market, lower capital, lower OPEX, and really less complication, and really align with our objective about getting to market as quick as possible. So here we have a slide on Minas Gerais. The key point of this slide is that we recently signed an MOU, and really the MOU is around collaboration. And so what it does for our project is that it puts it on priority status. So it just means in terms of the permits and approvals that we'll need to push through in the next few years, that our counterparties at the state will give us priority in terms of the processing of those. And again, very much aligned in terms of the objectives of getting our project into production as quick as possible. So we have a schedule here. Look, one thing I mentioned is the resource upgrade next month, so please look out for that. Following on from that, and very much informed by the size of the resource, we have a PEA to be released in Q3 2023. And so look, that will bring together all the geology information that we have today with technical work streams. And also very important for me, it'll be the first time that we put into the market evaluation. And based on very preliminary numbers that I'm looking at, I think that will be very well received by the market. Further afield, look, we have a DFS coming out in H1 2024. So it's going to be a very busy 6 to 12 months for Latin Resources. As mentioned by a number of other presenters, look, the build out in terms of downstream infrastructure in North America, also Canada, also Western Europe, is just incredible. There's billions and billions of dollars being spent. The key question for us is that they're going to need a lot of independent supply, and we feel that our project can play a key role in that. Brazil is very well located, has great relationships with North America, so we feel we can play a very important role in this clean energy transition. This one's more or less the same, but again, Brazil very well located in these emerging, EV value chain in North America, but also Europe, which is very exciting for Brazil and also for our project. In terms of our board of directors, so look, I mentioned that we have extensive experience in South America, so that really assists us. Also a lot of experience in corporate governance. But one highlight to mention is that Peter Oliver recently joined our board. And for those who do not know who Peter is, he led Greenbushes, which is the most profitable lithium mine in the world, and also a spodumene mine. He was also the CEO of Talison Lithium. And so to have someone like Peter choose our company to support is just great validation for what we're looking to achieve. From a corporate perspective, look, very well capitalised. We have a market cap of about 350 mil. It's worth saying that we've recently completed a raise with great support from PAC, which we're grateful for. One key thing to highlight here is that on the institutional investor side, which we've seen a lot of buying from, we actually have 2 investment banks from Brazil who've joined our shareholder list. And these 2 banks were actually early investors in Sigma Lithium, which is very important for us because we think they see the story. So look, if you have any questions, please come and let me know. But thank you very much for having listened. Cheers.
How confident are you in terms of getting that resource out? I think you said even in June. So, how do you think? I think you used the word we're going to touch our conceptual ore body at the moment. So, just in terms of scale, what the team's sort of thinking.
Yeah, so I think nice try, James, but I can't talk to any numbers, and it's fair to say that I haven't had any insight yet. In terms of hitting the milestone of the June release for the mineral resource upgrade, look, we're very confident. We're very much a results-driven team, so we've committed to that. So unless there was some major emergency, I don't see any change in that schedule. In terms of the mineral potential, look, we think it's absolutely enormous. We have a lot of land. I think we're one of the largest landholders tenement-wise in Minas Gerais. So I think this mineral resource will be very impressive, but then further afield, I think we can expect more updates.
And you've done well not to mention it, but obviously Sigma is 70 k's up the road in the same state. They're going to be one of the largest spodumene producers commencing production just this month. So is there much synergies, do you think, from learning from their experiences?
Yeah, no, look, so for those that do not know who Sigma Lithium are, it's a NASDAQ and TSX listed company, and they have a market cap of over US $4 billion. And so the really attractive things for us about what they've achieved is that they're only located 40 kilometres away in Minas Gerais. They've just entered first production, and they're really doing something very similar to us. So DMS flow sheets, spodumene, and what they've achieved is just fantastic. So constructed their project in about 14 months, which compared to a lot of peers is excellent. Capital and operating costs, which they've put out in their studies, also very competitive in the market. And so what we've really done is really a factor of the great relationship that we have with their team. We're using a lot of their consultants, and we have a lot of support from people who've supported their project. So very much looking forward to emulating some of their success.